beach day. I'm sick of this hair and it's sick of me, but oh well. Say hi, Lola. We're at the beach, chillaxing. About to go because Lola leash keeps coming off. And I was gonna do a little vloggy vlog while I'm here, but I can't get it to act right. The leash, I need some sunshine and some beach. My finger is already bruised trying to pull both of them. Whew. But anywho, from continuation from my chit chat yesterday about the sacral chakra, the feminine energy gets pushed to the side a lot of times, often, not as in women, but the feminine energy in us all, as in vulnerability and intimacy, true intimacy, you know. And what brought this to my attention was when I watched the episode of Love and Hip Hop. Was in Miami recently, like 2 episodes ago, with Ace Hood and his mother. And it showed how when the mother, the feminine energy isn't healed in the matriarch of the family, whether it's man or woman, a lot of things can trickle down onto us. Me and my mom never had a real good communicative relationship. I haven't lived with my mom since I was 17. So I feel like at times she don't really know the depth of my womanhood. You know, I feel like all she focuses on is the negative. So at times, and not saying she's a bad mother, she's a great mother. She does her best. She does what she could do. She has done her best, and I'm grateful. And at times, I shy away or push aside my own need for vulnerability. But as of late, this has been a thing to me. My soul has been like crying out for genuine vulnerability, whether it's friendships or relationships, because when you're growing and you're ascending up, certain things gets illuminated. Hence the word, oh, that's another video. It gets illuminated in us. So it's like a red beacon, a red flashing light, like, hey, fix this, this is going on. And sometimes when you when you push aside the feminine energy in you and you focus more on doing, which is masculine energy, I accept, I've been accepting that from others, because my parents wasn't the vulnerable communicative type. Well, my dad every now and then, I'll say more than often, he will tell me he loved me. My dad will say I love you, and it touches my heart when my dad says I love you, and I tell him I love him back, and I haven't seen him in a few years. But those are the type of thing you need sometimes. Life is a balance. You need the financial vulnerability, caring, providing, and you need the nurturing side. So yeah, you need that needs to be healed in all of us. And sometimes when we go through broken hearts, disappointment, people not loving us the way we feel we should be loved, we push that energy down more oftentimes than vocalizing it. And when you vocalize it, write it down and let the person know you're releasing that energy. So don't feel like you're too strong, or don't feel like it makes you weak if you're vocalizing how you feel. It takes a strong person to do that. And in this realm, in this 3D realm, in this society, a lot of people show up, people more pay attention to how you show up. Like if you are doing well on the outside, your credit is well, you're getting paid well, you're looking well, you're driving something nice, then that's okay for most people. That means you're doing well, you're successful. But inside, sometimes when you take off the makeup and you take off the outfit and you take off the things you acquired, what's really going on with that energy, you know? So it takes strength to show like, hey, something is going on with my energy. Let me get it together. I'm suffering from trust issues, depression. We all have something. But you hurt only yourself when you try to show up like everything is all put together, when the best of us, we know life is a balance. So everything may be good, looking good on the outside, but what's going in on the inside? Everything might be good on the inside and your world might be crazy on the outside, but you're still having peace in the storm. So it's a balance. It can go vice versa. So it's very important to take the initiative to take care of your feminine energy, even as a man. Your vulnerability, your ability to feel comfortable with expressing and talking and speech, and not expecting to always show up strong and well put together. Because if you really want to grow, and if you really want to have a bond with someone, that has to be something that you cannot just grow. See, a lot of people, I feel like in nowadays, text messaging and communicating on the phone is enough for some people, and some of us, that's not enough. So you have to find who you're aligning to and realize where you're at, so you cannot be put into situations or given too much to situations that cannot fill your cup. For example, if you're the type of person who like deep conversations, you like going to the beach, you like holding hands, you like understanding the person that you laying up with versus just laying up with them. Some of us are dead in the upper half of our waist. We have a good talk, we have a good speech, we know how to show up in the world, but when it comes to our higher energy, which is compassion, love, understanding, trustworthiness, genuine consideration for other people, is that compassion? Whatever. You know, those are higher energy. Those are upper energies above the waist. But when you don't put no energy into that, when you don't put no work into that, when you don't try to clear away the filth that depression or disappointments or heartache or disappointment, lack of emotions may have caused, if you don't do the work to clear that away and understand why it happened, then you're just going to be like attracting that energy. So if you're not healing and everything is good for you, you don't have to do the deep talking, you don't have to have no conversations, you don't have to hold hands, you don't really have to build a bond with people, you're going to accept and attract that energy. You're not going to attract people who really, and when you do attract the people who's nurturing and has depth to their soul, it's going to be a clash of energy because we're not vibrating on the same frequency. You're more into, I want to have sex real quick, you don't got to talk too much, just be quiet, let's have sex. You're in that energy, and this person is not. So that's two different energies. It doesn't mean that one person is boring and the other person don't. No, it just means that you have to find people who is aligning with that energy. You know, there's a lot of men and women who don't want to care to get to know someone or don't want to have the depth, and that's okay. It doesn't mean that you're too sensitive or you're too weak. It just means that that person is not where you're at, and vice versa. Because in my 20s, I didn't have no problem with catching a flight. I got flew out, fly me to Miami, wherever I want to go, you know. Let's go. I had a ticket booked to Brazil. Let's go. I was all for the games because I wasn't into I wasn't into ascending and learning about my higher self. I wasn't into clearing away debris and bringing and growing into a new woman. I wasn't into that. No one was telling me about that. So me laying up with somebody and having fun with them or kicking in with them for a few and going about my way and being okay with them scratching the surface was okay for me because I was not alive in my soul. So sometimes you have to know the cups that you're pouring into, and they do have opposites attract. So if you're all light and love, guess what? Sometimes you may be looking for light and love, but you attract people who need healing. It's like a moth to the flame. It's like they need that healing, they need that nurturing. They don't have it to give to you, but they want to come suck it up and get it from you because it's like, ooh, this is good energy. I can suck it up and I feel good in this energy. They loving on me, they nurturing me, they paying me attention, they're going crazy about me, but they don't have that to give back to you. So it is up to you to decide and have discernment. Hey, this is someone that I have love for, but I don't have to pour into them. Because the moment you start pouring into somebody that can't pour into you and you're looking for something back, it's an uneven give and take. Then somebody's going to be, you know, unsatisfied. So, you know, and one thing that's important, that's not important, but it's popular in the little community that I, you know, give my energy to on YouTube is This twin flame journey, a lot of people believe in that they have to wait for a specific person. Let me tell you, if you didn't hear any of my other videos before, that's okay. I'll tell you right here in 2 quick minutes. That twin flame journey is very beautiful. It's very awakening. It's very attracting. It has this pull. If there's anyone in your life where you have this pull to them, you don't know why, it can be a lesson that you need to learn that they're going to teach you, or vice versa. It's never just, oh, it's all fun and games. It's a lesson behind it. Okay, it's always a balance, especially if you've been out here doing crazy stuff to people and all of a sudden you find somebody you're so into. Oh, trust and believe, because when I was out here not giving a care about anyone's feelings in my 20s, then it came back to me. I was like, oh, why? It always comes back, regardless of how we feel like we're so right in our heart. No, the moment you feel like you don't have to take initiative or show anyone compassion, the universe is going to bring that energy back to you. Always. Somebody is always looking. So it doesn't pay, I'm on 11 minutes. Okay, we about to get out. Lola leash keep breaking off, and I don't know why. So she took off running to the people. Y'all see the people over there? And the people have a baby. The lady don't take her baby and went in the van already. And she looking at me crazy. So I apologize for Lola running her little nosy self over there. They ain't had no food. That's why Lola came back. But yeah, let me tell y'all what happened to me before I went. The other day I was in traffic, minding my business, rolling in a Chevy, right? Just chilling. And I look to my right. I have good discernment. You ever feel like somebody watching you, and sometimes it feels like somebody's watching? You ever feel that? And then so I was feeling that, and I looked to my right. It's she, Ray J, little sister. Y'all know Ray J have that little, let me fix my wig because it's not glued. Y'all know Ray J have the little brown, Ray J have the little brown, the little brown hair, man. Y'all know Ray J have the little brown hair going on. The girl had a little fade, and it was honey blonde. Me know she. I don't know her. She must know me. So anyway, I look to the right. She act like she was looking her phone. I have good discernment, great discernment. People will think I'm too paranoid. And that's another thing. Let me put this little snippet in here. A couple weeks ago, I made a video, and I was speaking on equally yoked. The Lord has been speaking to me. When people are not equally yoked with you, it will never work. They will always, when they're so in the 3D, all they know is sex, money, pay bills, and look good. That's all they care about. They can never really truly vibe with a divine, high vibing being. Because to them, when you tell them the sky is falling, they're like, oh no, it's just rain, it's the little thunder, the sky ain't falling, girl. What you looking at? You have different eyesight. You see things differently. It's always going to be a clash. And then more times out of 9 times out of 10, when you're dealing with someone who's low vibrational, when all they know is this 3D vibration, all they care about is 3D society, principalities and systems, that person is easy to be pulled away by lust, money, whether it's a man or a woman. And then that leaves the divine being to feel like, oh, I can't go on, I've been misheard. That's how the game go. It was done to me, and it was sent to me to make me feel like I can't keep going, I'm not good enough. So whenever you feel like you're ready for love and you're vibing high, you have the Lord in your heart, whether you're man or woman, that should be the forefront of what you're looking for when you're going out there dating. Don't just ask people. Pay attention to their energy, because a lot of people can say, yeah, I'm spiritual, I believe in the Most High. They will even hold your hands and pray with you. But the whole time they wishing on you, they wishing that your plans don't go through. They wishing that you suffer. They wishing bad on you. They haven't forgiven you, So, and I'm talking from experience, and I know a lot of people go through the same thing because it's a spiritual warfare. The enemy will hop into anybody to attack anybody so it can stop you. Because if I cause you heartache and this disappointment and in your heart, you're not going to push forward and go through the work with the Most High. You're not going to want to do your purpose, because I got this person over here causing you heartbreak because the Jezebel spirit is onto her or onto him, right? So now you have to stay focused, and you have to put the Most High in your heart forefront, because when things like that come up against you, right, you know that you may shake a little bit, but you ain't gonna ever just fall and just stop growing or die and wither up. No, you a soldier on the field always, tenfold. You know what I'm saying? And that's what people hate. The devil will use people to who's already jealous of you to carry through the agenda. They're not healing. They're not understanding why they're jealous of people. They don't understand why they're envious. They don't understand why they don't want people to do good like them. They don't understand it in their little bitty dark heart. But they show up in the world looking good, dressed up good, and all these things. But they're not putting the work into themselves. So then they look at you who's humble, or who don't care about all these designer things, and they think that you're less than. But you're spending time and money putting work into your soul. So then when you're ascending, it works more. Because when I go in a box or I get cremated, guess what? The lessons to my soul and the growth that I have, and then the chains that I have broken goes with me. Not the chains that I have on, not the diamonds, none of that. None of those things go with you. But the soul, but the mission and the accomplishment that you did on a soul level goes with you. You grow, you become. That's how people become ascended masters. Not because they ascended on a credit score system, because they sold, they went through the work, they fought temptation, they pushed through, they did what they came here to do. They put God in the forefront of their mind. They enjoyed the desires of their heart, but they still was like, God, show me what I came here to do. It's about you, God. I know what's up, right? So, anywho, yeah, the feminine energy, back to that. The feminine energy really needs to be something that's addressed, because in order for us to have healthy relationships with other people, we have to fix it in ourselves. So while I'm on the journey of fixing my feminine energy and learning how to be more back, because I'm a Libra, like I'm comfortable in my masculine energy. Doesn't mean I'm a tomboy, because I still like to look cute and stuff, but my energy is like, what, nigga, you know. And I'm often misunderstood, which it doesn't bother me, because sometimes I misunderstand me. That's one thing. You cannot get mad when people misunderstand you. If you don't really know you, figure out you, because you can show up in the world one way, but there's always people who can read auras, who can see through your energy, who can read thoughts, there are people like that, you know. Okay, Poopy, we about to go. He always got a whine. He is always he. Okay, beach day over, because you Lola leash is breaking. I don't know, unless y'all gonna share the leash. They must gonna share the leash. Bye. We're gone.